It's one of those beautiful summertime mornings. Great way to start the day. Now this is my 5th consecutive year attending the Bar Z Bash, and speaking of fives, we just reached 5,000 subscribers yesterday, and I'm kind of feeling lazy enough to pass this off as a 5K sub special, because you know, when have you ever seen a subscriber special on this channel? But anyways, we'll be doing the same type of stuff for the last 4 years, having lots of fun and trying to win stuff. We're at the bus port waiting for the airplane to Bar Z. To the bike trail to Bar Z. I heard the forecast was going to be some hot with possible chance of bursting into flames, but we've been getting some humidity lately. It's been making us feel like the Midwest almost. You can kind of tell with those clouds. And we actually had like 30 seconds of rain this week. You know, that kind of awkward summer rain when it hasn't rained in several months and it makes the pavement smell really bad. Love it. Love that kind of rain. Oh, and I'll probably drink my weight in Arizona iced tea at the bash like usual. Alright, let's get on the bus. Now, as a side note, the first 3 years I went here, I didn't realize the trail keeps going under that bridge. I thought it just ended right here. So I'm gonna be heading back. First, we're gonna hit up Old Town Bakery. No trip to Bar Z is complete without a stop at Old Town Baking, as far as I'm concerned. I'm now fully equipped food-wise. I even brought a jar of peanut butter. And I have a good joke for Stan that he needs to get Bar Z sponsored by the Z bars. And even brought a whole mini watermelon for hydration's sake. Alright. Now I've got a question for you. Is a community more or less bicycle friendly if getting to your destination takes longer when you take the designated bike path versus the main street? Because as much as I adore the Pacific Electric Bike Trail, I got here in record time by just taking Arrow Highway after that bridge was out. I just didn't even go back to the trail. Because on the Pacific Electric, it's not like the good bike trails that are grade separated. This one you have to wait at a crosswalk when you pass every major street, versus when you bike on the main street, the light's going to be green 80% of the time, versus maybe, if you're lucky, 20% on the bike trail. So it almost seems like the illusion that it's bike friendly, but really it's just a means of getting cyclists off the streets to make it more motorist friendly. But anyways, we're on our way to Bar Z. And for those of you that never been to Bar Z, it's in the same city that the movie Next Friday takes place in, except it's in the highest up tract. You just aim for the mountains and keep going. If you were any further up, you'd probably be in the Angeles National Forest. But being that we're early, I think I'm just gonna eat that watermelon because it is hot in the city. It seems so weird. Squashy grapefruit is casting a round shadow. It's like a reverse, with the round grapefruit casting a squashy shadow. Let's cut this melon up. Now that is a juicy melon. I swear that is not hue saturation corrected, that is really that red and pink. Good work, Squashy. Oh yeah, that was some good melon. Now people sometimes ask me, why do you carry around a stuffed happy grapefruit with you? And the better question is, why do you not? First of all, you never know when you might need a forehead pillow. Second of all, squashy grapefruit's like the one thing that makes me smile regardless. Like, I feel like I could be the victim of a school shooting or something and I'd be like bleeding to death and then be like, squashy. Or maybe I just have autism and that's just the grown-up version of a security blanket for me. Grapefruit. Alright. I wonder if Stan has some grapefruit for me. He gave me a whole bag last year. Alright, we made it. I'm just gonna make myself at home and get in that pool because I've probably sweat that whole watermelon out already just biking up the hill. The duck is back.
That's the Tom. That's the Tom. 14.
I have the number.
The number, okay, somebody guess. Guess.
145.
145,000?
Yeah, because we...
Hit the weather this time.
Using the water to generate
You gotta take it easy.
Dude, I'd shake your hand, but I'm filthy. I'll come back down. Okay, yeah, good seeing you, man.
Is 2D. I see everything in my head.
No clearance rookie.
That's the interior. But I'm gonna actually stucco the interior. I don't have any bad habits.
They have some massive issue. They have a machine hole over there.
You probably won't be able to write on the wax paper, but just put a piece of tape down.
I'm doing, like right now, work has been so busy. You know, in the next 3 months, I'm not going to do production about anything for
Looks like Stan's got his priorities straight. Planting a huge row of jasmine along the back property line. I totally approve of this because I'm like the spokesperson for jasmine among my circle of people. Final answer, Regis. I don't know if anyone actually mentioned this, but I was directly responsible for the theme of this year's bash. Last year when I told Stan that the date of the bash was the same as Judgment Day in the Terminator series, he came up with this on the spot as the theme for this year's bash, so that was all me. We back. Look at those lemons. No grapefruits though.
So you're right.
3, 2, 1, go. Time. Good job.
I got destroyed in the 4-jaw challenge. I declare foul because that indicator stand was more difficult than the other one.
The hot shot.
Me
so much
complaining.
farther
That's all right.
time capable.
That was my first attempt at the 4-Jot challenge. Well, it's over. I didn't win anything, but had a good time as usual. Met some nice people and had a good talk and yeah, a good swim. Greens and machines. You know we'll be back.